Hey, welcome back to Dave's little shed shop. We're doing something a little bit different today. I can't get in the shed, and Mrs. S let me, buy one of these. And boy, am I looking forward to it. It is the ROKR AK-47 rubber band gun. Thing is awesome looking. I mean, it's got so many parts, a ridiculous amount of instructions. And it'll probably do my head in by the time I've done. But I'll more than likely break something, and I'll be surprised if I don't. But these instructions are ridiculous. And there's a stupid amount of ammo, rubber bands and other parts. So let's get into it, shall we?
I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
This one is unbelievably flimsy and thin, so just be careful when popping this one out.
Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight.
When you're popping these out, just make sure that you just take your time. Sometimes they're a little bit tough. Sometimes they'll fall out and you don't want them to. But then once you do, just get yourself one of the 2 files that comes with it, normally the sandpaper. And if it's something that needs some nice filing or sanding, use the little finer sandpaper stick that comes with it, or get some better stuff out of your shed. And don't forget to wax all the parts that you need to. That little wax thing comes in amazingly well. It's a little godsend, it really is. If you don't wax the parts, they may stick or create friction. This is good fun. I'll stop waffling. If you've got any questions, leave me a comment and we'll just let the music play. Oh, make sure you get these springs correct. You got a silver one and a black one. There's lots of springs in fact, but you get lots of spares. These little ones, black and silver, they're the ones that you have to be careful. Make sure you get the right one in the right place. Listen to the music. I'll pipe up at places when it's needed. This little tool, it's handy if you've never built one before, but you don't really need it. You can work it out yourself, it's not that hard. I'll be careful with this spring. It's the first big one, the 1-inch spring. I lost it a couple of times. Yeah, I'm stupid. Every point try and check that mechanism, because you want to make sure nothing sticks. Steel pins, there's lots of them. You just make sure that you measure them up to what it says in the book, hold them up against it, and then you'll be guaranteed you've got the right size ones. And those little plastic discs, they can be really hard to get on sometimes, or very easy. I think it's pick of the draw. Just be careful, sometimes they're very hard. This is the weight that you get with it. Just poke it in there and stick it halfway through. Holds itself. Make sure you get this the right way round. It won't work otherwise. Now I waxed all of this. It's said to wax it including the protrusions, so yeah, make sure you wax every single part. Bit's important. These little plastic bits you got to make sure they're the right way round, because this is all to do with the trigger and the firing mechanism. Make sure that it's tight enough but not too tight. Make sure this goes the right way round. You need the little notch kicking out towards the back of the gun. Put this little piece in. It does nothing other than it holds the trigger in place while you stick the next part in. This bit. It's a little fiddly. You just got to get it in there, make sure you don't knock the spring out, and then get it in the hole on the other side. Like that. And then just, release the trigger. Now it doesn't tell you to wax all of this, but it's a good idea to, because it receives a lot of friction. Make sure they're pointing the correct way to the teardrop piece, pointing downwards. Don't turn this, not yet. These two parts you've just got to make sure you get in, and then everything else kind of falls in place.
Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Flying, get on board. We're smiling on top of the world.
There you got these nice little corby bolts. They don't like going through sometimes. Just give them a good old wiggle and you'll get there.
Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind. Flying,
And then just recheck your mechanism.
we're smiling on top of the world. Flying, get on board. We're smiling on top of the world.
Check your mechanism. Twist the rubber band. Fold it round the front sight. And take another. Give it a twist and take it to the buffer. And if your mechanism works, job done. 2 little screws, they hold it there. This is that tool. You got a little hole for little screws that they poke through. It's just so you know, because they used flathead screws for some reason. these 2 bolts just to get them to go through. You should be okay. It's just a case of getting it, it's a case of working it through. Once one's in, the other will go in. These bits are bendy. You've got to give them a bit of a stretch just to get them over to clip them on. Be careful, but there is spares if you do break them. Just take your time, it will go. There again, this is the last 2 Corby type bolts, and it makes it easy that if you want to use it without the stock, you can just undo it and pull it off. Slide it on and lock it in, and then there's 2 little pieces at the top of the sides of the magazines, and I just used a really thin scalpel blade to just pop in and make sure they're sprung out. You can change the end depending on what you like as preference. In some countries you have to have the bright tip to show it's definitely not real, but then again, it's wood. How would you think it was real? And it's not full size.
What's up is down, what's left is right.
Let's stick with a normal tip. I like it.
I can't can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Now your magazine might be a little bit tight to start with, but don't worry, it does loosen.
Get on board. We're smiling on top of the world. Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind. Flying, get on board. We're smiling on top of the world. Get on board. We're smiling on top of the world.
Your final one goes on the buffer. Oh, it's gone. Skimmed me beard. Oh no. Sometimes it will jam, so you just. Oh god, that's too much fun. This has got to be one of the best wooden models I've ever made. I think it deserves a wall mount. I'd like to thank Mrs. S for letting me get this. Just to keep my mind going while I can't get in the shed shop. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, click the notifications, and we'll see you again soon.